Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The Washington Commanders wrapped up their final practice before the Labor Day weekend, and the energy around the facility was electric, with eyes already turning to the opening game of the season. Head coach Dan Quinn addressed the media with his usual calm confidence, highlighting that two key defensive backs were absent for highly personal and joyous reasons. Mike Sainristil and Jonathan Jones were both expecting to become fathers, moments that were celebrated by the team and the coaching staff. Quinn emphasized that while preparation for Week 1 against the New York Giants remained paramount, the Commanders were already mindful of the back-to-back challenge looming in Week 2 against the Green Bay Packers on Thursday Night Football. The blend of personal milestones and professional intensity created a narrative that perfectly captures the duality of life in the NFL. Players and coaches balancing family moments with the relentless pursuit of on-field excellence, all while keeping focus sharp on the season ahead. Jayden Daniels, the Commanders' dynamic quarterback, spoke with reporters following practice and radiated excitement about the team's progress. Like Quinn, he made special mention of rookie wide receiver Jaylen Lane, a fourth-round pick who has been catching the attention of everyone around the facility with his rapid development and willingness to absorb coaching. Daniels described Lane as someone who improves noticeably with each session, highlighting how his interactions with veteran receivers and position coach Bobby Ingram have accelerated his learning curve. This rookie infusion brings optimism to a team that is blending youthful energy with seasoned experience. Daniels stressed that the chemistry between him and the receivers is building steadily, pointing to seamless timing on routes and clear communication during drills. The quarterback expressed confidence that Lane will contribute meaningfully from the outset, emphasizing that his attitude, preparation, and adaptability signal the arrival of a player ready to make an immediate impact in the league. The conclusion of Terry McLaurin's contract saga added another layer of stability to the Commanders' preparation, bringing the team's star wideout back to full practice participation. Daniels acknowledged that while McLaurin had missed parts of training camp, the bond between quarterback and receiver remained unshakable. He noted that their chemistry transcends time spent on the field, a sentiment echoed by coaches who have observed their synchronicity in practice sessions. McLaurin's presence has lifted spirits across the locker room, providing both leadership and a reliable target in the passing game. Daniels emphasized that having McLaurin back not only strengthens the offense tactically, but also boosts the emotional and psychological confidence of the team as they head into a season opener with playoff aspirations. The quarterback made it clear that McLaurin's return is not just a personnel update, but a signal that the offense is entering the season fully equipped to execute the game plan efficiently. During practice, Quinn focused heavily on situational drills, underscoring the importance of starting the season with discipline and sharp execution. He spoke about balancing intensity with careful management of players' health, particularly with young players like Lane who are still adjusting to the speed and complexity of professional playbooks. Quinn highlighted the importance of attention to detail, reminding the media that the NFL is a league where small errors can have oversized consequences. He also mentioned the team's defensive adjustments, noting that while Sainristil and Jones were absent for personal reasons, the rest of the secondary stepped up to ensure reps remained productive and competitive. The coach's emphasis on adaptability, preparation, and mental toughness paints a picture of a team that values both personal milestones and professional excellence, setting a tone for the rigor and focus the Commanders intend to bring into Week 1. Daniels' rapport with the media demonstrated the maturity of a quarterback who balances leadership with humility. He took time to reflect on the team's chemistry, not only with McLaurin but across the receiving corps, highlighting the contributions of each player in practice repetitions. He emphasized that rookies like Lane are quickly acclimating to the system, and that coaching from Ingram and other veterans accelerates the process in ways that are difficult to quantify but easy to see on film. Daniels also acknowledged the offensive line's critical role, noting their improvement in pass protection and run blocking, which gives him the confidence to make decisive throws. He framed practice as a collective effort, where each position group pushes one another to elevate performance. This holistic perspective illustrates the culture Quinn has cultivated, where preparation, accountability, and trust are as important as raw talent and athletic ability on the field. The team's focus on Week 1 against the New York Giants underscores the high stakes inherent in starting the season on a positive note. Quinn elaborated on strategic elements during his press briefing, explaining how matchups against the Giants' defensive front and secondary will be key to establishing offensive rhythm. He also referenced lessons learned during preseason, emphasizing how adjustments in coverage recognition and route execution will be crucial. Daniels mirrored this sentiment, noting that while individual performance matters, the collective execution of the team plan is what determines success. The quarterback highlighted the importance of communication between the offense and coaching staff, ensuring that each player understands situational responsibilities and tendencies of the opponent. By addressing these details, both coach and quarterback signal a methodical approach to preparation, blending analytical insight with the instinctual flair that makes the Commanders a dynamic team capable of explosive playmaking. Off the field, the Commanders' locker room culture has been characterized by camaraderie and shared commitment, particularly visible during moments celebrating personal milestones. The absences of Sainristil and Jones due to impending fatherhood were met with excitement and supportive messages from teammates, reflecting the balance between professional focus and personal life that the organization fosters. Quinn highlighted that moments like these contribute to team cohesion, creating an environment where players feel valued both as athletes and as individuals. Daniels also reflected on this dynamic, noting that morale and trust are elevated when teammates celebrate one another's successes off the field. This positive culture translates into practice intensity, as players are motivated to elevate their performance not only for themselves, but for a team environment that encourages mutual accountability, respect, and collective pride, a crucial factor heading into the long and grueling NFL season. Rookies like Jaylen Lane are receiving accelerated attention, and the coaching staff has been deliberate in ensuring that they are prepared for the rigors of professional football. Quinn discussed the balance between giving younger players the necessary repetitions and ensuring they are not overexposed to physical risk. Lane's progression has been closely monitored, and Daniels praised his ability to absorb corrections and apply them instantly during drills. This level of responsiveness demonstrates a mental agility that, combined with physical talent, positions Lane to make meaningful contributions early in the season. Daniels also highlighted the mentorship he provides, ensuring that Lane and other young receivers understand timing, route adjustments, and the subtleties of reading defenses. This combination of coaching, player intelligence, and on-field execution reflects a developmental philosophy focused on long-term success while remaining acutely aware of immediate performance requirements. Special teams and defensive units have also been a central focus in practice, with Quinn emphasizing situational awareness and the importance of minimizing mistakes. Even with Sainristil and Jones temporarily absent, the secondary continued to practice at high intensity, highlighting depth and resilience. Defensive communication, tackling fundamentals, and coverage recognition were key points of emphasis, ensuring that the team is not only prepared tactically, but also mentally resilient. Daniels commented that seeing the defense perform cohesively gives the offense confidence in executing game plans, creating a symbiotic relationship between units. The attention to detail in practice, combined with the celebration of personal milestones, underscores the multifaceted approach of the Commanders, cultivating skill, chemistry, and a positive organizational culture simultaneously, all while maintaining focus on winning football games and establishing momentum at the start of the season. As the Labor Day weekend approaches, the Commanders leave the field with a sense of readiness and anticipation. Quinn reinforced that preparation extends beyond physical drills, encompassing mental fortitude, adaptability, and the ability to respond to unexpected situations. Daniels echoed this, expressing that the quarterback's responsibility is not only to execute, but also to inspire confidence in teammates, particularly with the integration of rookies like Lane into game plans. The synergy between coaching, player leadership, and personal motivation paints a picture of a team poised to compete at a high level. With McLaurin back, young talent emerging, and a culture that celebrates both personal and professional milestones, the Commanders head into Week 1 energized, focused, and strategically aligned, signaling that this season could be one where preparation meets opportunity in dramatic fashion on the field. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. The city was buzzing, the stadium lights blazed, and the fans chanted like never before. Chase Young's return to Washington has ignited a frenzy among Commanders supporters, and the atmosphere was electric from the moment he stepped off the plane. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, but today it became reality. Young is back, and he's determined to reshape the defensive line with his unmatched intensity and raw talent. Whispers in locker rooms suggested that his comeback could inspire a wave of confidence that the team desperately needed after a rocky season. As he waved to the roaring crowd, speculation began to mount. Could this be the turning point for the Commanders? Insiders hinted at long-term plans for Young to not only dominate on the field, but also mentor younger players, creating a culture of relentless pressure and fearlessness that Washington fans have long craved. Social media exploded the moment news of Young's signing broke. Clips of fans reacting in disbelief, celebratory banners unfurling in the stadium, and commentators debating his potential impact flooded every platform. Analysts speculated endlessly about what this could mean for the team's defensive schemes. Rumors suggest that his presence alone could intimidate opposing quarterbacks into mistakes before the first snap, with scouts claiming that even subtle shifts in his positioning could redefine Washington's defensive identity. While some insiders cautioned that chemistry might take time, others were already imagining highlight reels filled with sacks, forced fumbles, and game-changing moments. Sources close to the organization hinted at internal meetings where coaches were recalibrating strategies, tailoring plays specifically to leverage Young's explosive agility and unparalleled strength. Fans, meanwhile, were divided between cautious optimism and outright hysteria, painting the city in a sea of speculation, anticipation, and sheer excitement that echoed far beyond the stadium walls. The locker room itself became the epicenter of speculation. Rumors of Young walking in with a renewed sense of purpose, demanding excellence from every teammate, have circulated widely. Fellow players were reportedly buzzing, caught between admiration and the pressure of stepping up to meet expectations. Sources claim informal scrimmages and intense practice sessions began almost immediately, with insiders noting that Young's energy is contagious. Even veteran players are allegedly feeling a shift in team dynamics, with whispers of late-night film study sessions and private drills cropping up. Some suggest that Young's return could force a re-evaluation of leadership roles within the squad, as coaches reportedly see him not just as a defensive powerhouse, but as a morale catalyst. Observers are hinting that the next few weeks could reveal whether this is a strategic masterstroke or merely a bold gamble by the Washington Commanders front office. The media frenzy surrounding Young's homecoming has reached fever pitch. Sports shows and podcasts are abuzz with speculation about his impact on upcoming matchups, and insiders claim the locker room conversations are almost as intense as the debates online. Rumors of specific defensive schemes tailored to maximize Young's skills have begun to leak, sparking excitement and strategic theorizing among fans. Sources suggest that his presence might shift game plans dramatically, with coaches supposedly considering new blitz packages and coverage adjustments. Observers are hinting that the mere threat of Young on the edge could alter offensive play-calling league-wide, creating a ripple effect across the NFC. Meanwhile, whispers of potential mentorship roles, leadership expectations, and even symbolic gestures, like Young wearing a vintage jersey number, are being speculated upon. Every media outlet seems to have its own narrative, yet all converge on one idea. Chase Young's return is about to change Washington football in ways only hinted at until now. Rumors from within the front office have also added fuel to the fire. Sources allege that executives are quietly confident that Young's return is a statement, signaling a renewed commitment to building a championship-caliber team. Speculation suggests internal projections show increased ticket sales, merchandise spikes, and even higher television ratings, fueled by the excitement surrounding his comeback. Some insiders hint at private meetings where management discussed the ripple effects of Young's return on draft strategy and future acquisitions, suggesting the team may be positioning itself for sustained dominance. Others whisper that Young's presence alone could attract free agents eager to play alongside a defensive phenom, enhancing the team's overall appeal. Fans have picked up on every hint, turning minor gestures like social media posts or media appearances into major talking points. The city, it seems, is alive with chatter, gossip, and an infectious belief that the Commanders are entering a new era, powered by the return of their superstar defensive force. Word on the streets has it that Young's training regimen has already become legendary, sparking speculation about the levels of intensity he's bringing to the team. Rumors suggest he's focusing on agility, explosiveness, and situational awareness, creating a practice environment both exhilarating and intimidating for teammates. Insiders hint at private workouts where Young reportedly pushes everyone around him to their limits, generating both awe and a hint of fear. Fans online have taken to dissecting every leaked photo or video of him in training, creating a digital frenzy of expectations, memes, and speculation. Some commentators whisper that this return is as much psychological as physical, as Young seeks to imprint his dominance on the team's culture. Behind the scenes, coaches are allegedly strategizing to use his skills in innovative ways, and whispers suggest that his influence might extend into game day adjustments, making every play a subject of speculation and wonder in the months to come. As preseason approaches, speculation intensifies with every passing day. Rumors indicate that Young's presence may fundamentally alter Washington's defensive identity, shifting the narrative from rebuilding to contending. Analysts suggest that teams facing the Commanders will need to rethink offensive strategies, as Young's edge-rushing capabilities could disrupt even the most carefully laid plans. Inside sources hint that his return has created a domino effect. Players previously unsure of their roles are reportedly stepping up, inspired by his work ethic and drive. Fans are already imagining the signature plays, post-game celebrations, and media highlights that will define this chapter. The buzz isn't just about performance. Insiders whisper about leadership, mentorship, and the intangible aura Young brings, fueling rumors that Washington may have finally found the spark to ignite a championship chase. Every practice, every social media post, every media interview has now become fodder for speculation, rumor, and heated debate, making the return feel like a citywide event. Speculation continues to mount about Young's contractual and off-field influence. Sources hint that his return isn't just a football decision. It's a calculated move designed to re-energize the entire franchise. Rumors suggest that his leadership in the locker room may influence younger players' development and potentially alter future free agent strategies. Some insiders whisper about secret team meetings where Young's presence is said to inspire new levels of accountability and focus. Fans speculate endlessly about the intangibles he brings: confidence, fearlessness, and a renewed sense of purpose that could redefine Washington's image. Media pundits continue to spin narratives about how his arrival will influence the NFC East dynamics, potentially shifting power structures and making Washington a team opponents dread. Every day brings a new leak, a new rumor, a new spark of conversation that keeps the city in suspense. The chatter suggests that Young's return is more than a signing. It's a seismic event reshaping Washington football from the inside out. The social reaction has been nothing short of monumental. Online forums, podcasts, and comment sections are overflowing with theories, predictions, and outright fantasies about what Young's return could mean. Rumors suggest that fans have already begun creating unofficial chants, custom apparel, and even small gatherings to celebrate his comeback. Observers hint that this enthusiasm could translate to heightened energy in the stadium, giving Washington a tangible home field advantage. Insider whispers also suggest that local businesses are capitalizing on the buzz, creating pop-up shops and promotional campaigns tied to Young's return. Analysts speculate that the mere expectation of game-changing plays might pressure opposing teams into errors before kickoff. Meanwhile, locker room chatter is reportedly electric, with players reacting to his arrival in ways ranging from awe to renewed determination. The collective sentiment is clear. Chase Young's return is being framed not just as a roster addition, but as the heartbeat of a city ready to rally behind its team. Rumors have begun swirling about Young's potential impact on key matchups. Sources suggest coaches are already drafting defensive strategies specifically to exploit his unique skill set, creating an air of mystery around Washington's future game plans. Observers hint that opposing quarterbacks are already worried, with leaked insider chatter suggesting nervousness about facing a revitalized pass rush. Fans speculate about highlight reel sacks, forced turnovers, and momentum-shifting plays, while media pundits debate whether Young's return could redefine the team's identity from inconsistent to dominant. Some insiders whisper about the psychological impact his presence may have on both teammates and rivals, suggesting that his aura could extend beyond the field. Analysts are connecting every rumor, tweet, and report to paint a narrative of anticipation and excitement. Even casual fans are caught up in the buzz, treating Young's comeback like the beginning of a new chapter for the Commanders that could echo through the NFL for years to come. The city itself seems to have adopted Young as a symbol of renewed hope. Rumors suggest that local events, fan rallies, and even informal gatherings are organized around celebrating his return, fueling speculation about a broader cultural impact. Inside sources hint at increased attendance at practices, fan engagement activities, and media appearances, turning every day into a conversation about potential outcomes and possibilities. Analysts whisper about the long-term implications. Could Young's influence lead to sustained dominance, a shift in team culture, and even inspire future generations of players? Fans are creating narratives that blur the line between rumor and reality, imagining playoff runs, game-changing plays, and leadership moments that may or may not happen. Even casual observers are now caught in the momentum, as whispers of Young's impact reverberate through every facet of Washington sports culture. The speculation is relentless, electric, and completely contagious, painting a picture of a team and city on the verge of transformation. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.